So today is Federal Budget Day, E-Day to some people who might be interested in really what's going to be in the content of this budget. But more so than just the content of this budget, it's really interesting to analyze three processes that have evolved in developing this budget that you might be able to apply to your life. The first one is reevaluating the fundamental relationships that you have in your life, and really that setting off a different tone for where you want your money to be spent. What I'm talking about is our fundamental relationship with the US, and our trading partner to the South has really focused Canada on really reevaluating how our money is spent, where it's spent, and what it's best spent on. The second thing is, really looking at all the programs and all the expenses that Canada spends its money on and really reevaluating it. Mark Carney, this is his first budget. When he first came in, he didn't introduce a budget right away, which would have been normal practice, decided to delay it and ask a lot of his departmental and ministerial heads to really evaluate where is our money being spent, where are the areas where we can do less, do more, or even cut all entirely. And that's also something we could take a look at in our lives. Where are we tracking our expenses? Does this still make sense? Is there areas where we can do more, do less, or even cut out entirely? And lastly, the other major thing was separating expenses between daily spending or an operating expense and capital expenses. So, those investments in the future. This budget is going to separate how much is being spent on operations versus multi generational investments, hopefully, investments into infrastructure, investments into housing, those things that will pay off not only in the future, but for generations to come. Another area where in our own lives, when we think about our own budgets, we should also evaluate that as well. What are we spending today, and are we putting away for our future in terms of investments, in terms of things that will grow and things that will be generationally game changing for us and for our families? So, these three areas, although you might not be concerned what's in the budget, it's a really thinking of way that this process has evolved and how you might want to apply that to your life. Now, if you are interested in what is in the content of this budget, feel free to leave me a comment below. Tell me what you are expecting to see in there, or if you want some commentary on what it is, I'll give you some updates on what I think is in the budget from my perspective.